Northern Ireland and Eastern Europe. And in Brexit England, I am back. I've been off for quite a while, as you know. I think last time I did a video was sometime in February or something like that. But this video, yeah, is a pre-video for a video I done earlier today for TikTok. I just done a video this morning for TikTok. So obviously it's a slightly different format. So I'm just doing this lead up for that video. So I'm going to play this one after. So you'll be able to see that video straight after you've watched a few minutes of this video. Because in the UK, we have had a change of government. Rishi Sunak believed in his tiny little brain that he could go up against a white man. Stupid, really. Even though you're thinking to yourself, oh, hold on, they've just elected Kemi Badenoch. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. But she's obviously, you know, that she's a proper white supremacist, but you know, she's got no chance of winning the next election. I mean, you know, if you've seen her in Prime Minister's questions and you know, this woman who says I never gaff, but she's just gaffing all over the place. Anyway, I don't know what I'm weaving about like that for. But so we've had a change of government, and right now the Labour Party are very unpopular, and that's because people's expecting things to change immediately. But when someone has done over 100 years worth of damage to your country, things cannot change immediately. Brexit has caused over 100 years worth of damage to this country, and we still have politicians talking about, oh, there could be a good Brexit out there. There was never, ever a good Brexit. Brexit was always a disaster, the most disastrous thing that a country could do to itself, apart from what's going on in America. And that's what my next video is about, the one you're going to see in a little while. It's mainly about Black MAGA. That's like an oxymoron, I'm sure. Right, you know, like a double negative, and you know, if you're Black MAGA, you probably wouldn't understand that. Just go up to a black person, a black person who's not Black MAGA, or a white person who's not white MAGA, right, and just say to them, what's an oxymoron? In fact, just say to them, what's a moron? Forget about double negative, because you'll never get that. But so you know, so we've had a change, and you know, as I said, things are just getting worse and worse and worse, because when you leave the closest trading bloc to you, things will only get worse. It can't get any better. So now they're scraping around saying, shall we do a deal with Trump, or shall we do a deal with shall we try and get back in with the EU? Yeah, whatever. Britain is like, you know, Britain is a country just like floating by itself out in the wilderness now, because everything over here, right, you know, since Brexit, things have more than tripled in price, right? I'll just take you to the local pound shop, because I shop at all the best places. So I'll take you to the local pound shop. Things that was £1, things that was £2 for a pound before, are now £1 each. Things that was £1 before are now a minimum of 125, if not 150, sometimes 175, sometimes they've doubled. That's the structure that's going on in this country. So if you follow that structure way up along the line, then you'll see it's just replicated everywhere. Whether you're buying a car, whether you're buying a house, whether you want to pay for your gas or your electric, everything in this country has just skyrocketed. And let me tell you this, the Labour Party need to buck their ideas up, because if they don't force down prices, force down housing prices, and you see, because the Western world, yeah, has sold out to big business, this country the most. Right? Out of the Western countries, this country is the country who has sold out the most to the private sector with everything, whatever it is, wherever it's been. Right? It's in private hands. Right? You know, things that are crown jewels of the country, the gas, water, electric. Right, these things are in the hands of private companies, private equity companies, people paying pensions in other countries. That's what they're using us for, using our services, running our services really badly, charging us high prices to use those services that you actually need. You've got old people, right, nearly probably freezing to death over this winter with a Labour government in, because Labour can't get to grips with this. Right, to get to grips with this, right, you have to help take the private sector and start strangling them by the neck and telling them that this is not good enough. Right, you are not allowed to be in the billions of pounds of profits. It's obscene. Why? You know, when you think about it, right, when these people are talking about, oh, you know, where our profits are in the billions, where do you think that money comes from? Coming directly from us. Right, just with the supermarket. Yeah, look at us, where our profits are in the billions. While people have to go to food banks. Their profits are in the billions. Right? Same with all our utility companies. The profits are in the billions. Right? While these are all things that belong to the people of this country and have been sold out. So I'm telling you this, right? If Keir Starmer don't get his ass into gear, quick time, right, he's going to find himself voted out of power, and we're going to have a far-right government in the same way they have just elected a far-right leader in America. The same thing will happen here, because right now, you think most people don't use the NHS, so they don't actually realise the truth about what's going on. It's nice to fix the NHS, right? 15 years ago, our NHS was the envy of the world, but most people don't actually use the NHS, and that's the thing. Because obviously, if everybody was using it, right, it would be completely overwhelmed. So you can say in this country, most people do not actually use it, but the small amount of people who do have to actually use it, right, are seeing a service that's completely deteriorated, right? So they have to Labour, fix the NHS, but they really need to make sure that that they've got homes for people to live in. This is one of the things they really need to make sure. See me, if I was Starmer, one of the first things I would do, I would put up 2 or 3 million prefabs all over the country, right? And I'd sell them 35 grand. That's what I sell them for. So you know what? I don't care about your high house prices. These are affordable housing, and I put them up everywhere. I put them all over the country. Especially loads in London too. In some of the poshest areas in London, I'll put them all up. And I'll say, right, these 35 grand to anyone who wants to buy them. I would even allow, right, investors to buy them. But I'd say, you can buy them, right, but you can't charge someone more than £300 a month in rent. That's going to be a lot. So you can buy them. If you want to buy them, you can buy them. But that's going to be it forever. And I'd make sure that there's a ceiling price set on these houses, so they can't ever be sold for more than that money. Right? Which was what that would do. That would just start dragging the house prices down, which is what's needed, because people can't afford, right, houses for £300,000. Houses that are probably like £75,000, £85,000, really in reality, but they're being sold for 300, 400, 500, 650, 700,000. Just depends on what part of the country you're in. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on over here. Right? And if Starmer don't buck his ideas up, right, we could be seeing, right, a Prime Minister Nigel Farage. Imagine that. Anyway, my friends, I'm just going to bow out of here, but let me tell you, I will be back, because I'm going to start just uploading my videos again, because I've had far too much time off, and I think it's about time that I started uploading more and more videos on YouTube, right? So look out for me on you can soon look out for me. I'm going to join up to Blue Sky. I haven't joined up yet, but I'm going to join up to Blue Sky. But I'm probably going to join up as MC John Ribs. Like, obviously, this is by any means necessary. On TikTok, it's MC John Ribs. So look out for MC John Ribs on there. Look out for me on Blue Sky once I've signed up. And listen, I will be back. Now, check out this 20-minute video. I hope you all like it. My friends, I'll see you all soon. MAGA, MAGA, black, black, MAGA, MAGA, black, black, MAGA, MAGA world. Black MAGA world. Are you people stupid? Is that what you people are? Are you stupid? Black MAGA world. How the hell have we got black people? In fact, before I speak about people with my complexion, or darker or lighter, or black people who are MAGA, before I speak about them, right, I have to speak about some of the other people who obviously voted for Donald Trump in America. And before I even say that, right, I will say this, right, I've been looking at American politics since Rodney King. That's when I started really looking at what was going on in America, since Rodney King, right? And I watch a lot of podcasts and everything from America. I watch a lot of their podcasts, and their YouTubers and their TikTokers. So I watch a lot. So my thing is this, right? I look at the Evangelicals. Hold on 1 second, because now the hat doesn't match the outfits. 1 second. That's better. Right. So the Evangelicals, I look at the Evangelicals, and I can tell you about the Evangelicals who voted for Donald Trump. They have never, ever read the Bible, because a lot of these people think that Donald Trump has been sent by God. By God. He said Jesus and Muhammad. Then he said Donald, Jesus, Muhammad, and Donald. Really? Anyway, I said, the evangelicals, right? You just look at those people and say, you've never read the Bible. You're a bunch of heathens, right? You are a bunch of people who have never even looked. You couldn't have read the Bible because I haven't read the whole Bible. I've read parts of it when I was forced when I was a youngster. But I can tell you from what I've read and what I know about the Bible, right? Donald Trump and the Bible would be so far apart. It would be like the Bible and Harry Potter. That would be the difference between Donald Trump, right, and the Bible. And then we move over to obviously white men. White men, right, have had the run of the world, right, for probably the past 500 years, where they've been allowed to rape, murder, steal, rob. They've been allowed to pillage, basically, all over the world. And that's come to an end. In the at the end of the 19th century and the 20th, that started to come to an end for them. And so that's the result as to why we've got someone like Donald Trump, an incoherent sexual predator, rapist, racist. That's who these people are voting for. But white men are just following a pattern. Not all white men, because I know there's a lot of brothers out there white brothers who didn't vote for Donald Trump. But, that's besides the point. The thing is this. They have had, especially in America, I mean, they've been allowed to, rape black women without going to court. You go back to like the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and that, and they was allowed to get away with these things. And that's come to an end for them. So they don't like it. So it's understandable why so many white men say, we're the status quo, we want the status quo, we want to go back to like what it was like in the 40s, make America great again, MAGA. Make America great again. One of the most racist sayings that you could bring anywhere. Because what time, what stage, whenever was America great for black people? Which era? I'll wait for your answer. No, I won't, because it was never. Okay, so it's a Make America Great Again for all people. At which stage was it great for Latinos? I'll get onto them soon. Which stage was it great for black people, though? Never. So then you've got, obviously, white women who voted, I believe it's nearly 60%, so 50, 54, 57%. I've seen those type of numbers. So you'd think, because they were saying to the black women, we're with you, sisters. We're with the sisters. We're with you. We're with the black women. Misogyny outweighs racism. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And my sisters, you must have known this, right? Misogyny does not outweigh racism. Unfortunately, nothing does. And I can tell you this, coming from the UK, as a black European Brit, I can tell you this, because of Brexit. These people over here, they cut off both hands and both feet, right? Because they didn't like people of colour. Brexit, they cut themselves off from Europe. They cut themselves off from the world's biggest trading market because they don't like people of colour. That's what I can tell you. Racism outweighs everything because, that was involving our freedom of movement, our freedom to move all over Europe freely in 27 or 28 countries or 30 countries. We could have moved freely, no passport. But these people are like, no, we don't want that. Because we don't like those blacks and those Asians and people who speak with a funny language. We don't like them. So that's why I can tell you, black women, right? Misogyny. Do you see the weave there? Yeah, it's the weave, right? Misogyny, black women don't outweigh racism. I'm sorry, my sisters. I'm sorry, my sisters. But that was the truth. Misogyny, it doesn't outweigh racism. And that's why all them white women who was behind you was saying, yeah, we're behind you in the battle. And when you charge towards the battle, you look back, and those bitches wasn't behind you. They're gone off in their southern say they're going to start jumping southern women. Have you seen that video? They're going to start jumping Southern women. Are you stupid? They judge us by their character. Southern women. We're going to start jumping some. This is the thing with them. They're in their houses plotting. Black people not in their houses plotting how to get rid of white people. That's what they're doing. They're in their houses plotting how we can get rid of these black people and all these people of colour. That's what they're doing. That's their life. It's not our life. Right? These Southern women, oh, you're going to jump Southern women. We've heard about you from over here. Stop being a fucking ass, bitch. Shut up. That's what I'll say to them. Shut up. Right? Don't judge us by your standards. Right? Judge us by our standards. We're not like you. Right? So that sort of explains, like, you know, your white women who just sold the sisters out. And then we've got the Latinos and the Hispanics. Ooh, 60%. I think they might have mixed these two numbers together. I'm not sure. I've just seen 60%. Right? 60% of these people voted for a man who said, I'm going to deport a lot of yous. I'm going to get rid of yous. Whatever. 3 million of yous, 11, 10 million of yous, gone. You're gone. And, you know, I did see a video, right, on YouTube about a year ago, right? And I didn't realize how much Latinos and Hispanics hate black people. Like, what the backside is that? What the fuck have we done to you? What have we done to you? You used to hate us like this. But apparently, they hate us. They hate us so much that they decided, you know what, Espanol is going to vote for Donald Trump. When ICE come to get you, right? You know, you get black people stand up. I've heard the story of Angel Rodriguez. Angel Rodriguez. Angel Rodriguez is Hispanic or Latino MAGA. MAGA. Latinos. Even though, right, they said, right, you know, they're going to take away, they want to take away, you know, even the citizens, people who have got their, they said, no, we're going to find a way of trying to take that away from them. And these people still, even Angel Rodriguez heard this. And then after he voted for Trump, right, he sent his children across the road to play with their friends who they'd always been playing with, because Angel Rodriguez and the man across the road was tight. I don't know, because Angel Rodriguez, I think he done his video in Spanish, so I don't know. But apparently, they was all friends before. Angel Rodriguez, he had all his MAGA stuff outside his house too. And when they went over after the vote, the man was just like, get your kids off my lawn. So took out the pew pew. I'm using the pew pew, yeah, because I've heard so many American women use pew pew. Get the hell off my lawn. You're not welcome right here, boy. And Rodriguez, but I voted MAGA too. So we don't care. We just wanted your vote. So the Hispanics, when they start in the great numbers, right, deporting your ass, I don't think the black community is going to come out and be there for you, my brothers. I don't think that's going to happen now, because we was there with you. We was there with you. And you are another one, right? You have this, you know, you have let black women in America down. You told them you was with them. You said you was with them. You said, we're voting for Kamala. We're with you. We are with you. That's what you said to them. And then 60% of you showed us how much you really think of black people. You know, and then we got like, one of the ones that really annoyed me so much, right, that I stopped going on the Palestine March, because I used to go on the Palestine March every Saturday. In saying that, right, I went on the Palestine March, but I did a good few times go on the march on Sunday with my Jewish brothers and sisters, because strangely enough, right, I'm doing a quick weave here. Strangely enough, right, Jewish people voted for Trump. Voted for Kamala in record numbers, right? And I can sort of understand that because, in the UK, yeah, black people and Jewish people have always lived side by side. And I can tell you, I was trying to think this morning, I was trying to think, hold on, I've never had a racist incident with a Jewish person. Now, I'm not saying like the right-wing Jews, because we've got, in our conservative part, we've got plenty of right-wing Jews, yeah, who obviously will be racist, because that's what conservatives are. Conservatives and Republicans, these people are racist. So that's what, the black conservatives are white supremacists, right? The Asian conservatives are white supremacists, right? And it's really weird, but that's just how it is. So I've never, so Jewish people, I'm so glad that Jewish people in America, I can't speak for Jewish people in Israel, because I've got a different opinion of what's going on there. But since, I'm weaving right back now, since Muslims for Trump, that's another one, right? Don't get me laughing up in here. Muslims for Trump. When Trump banned yes, right? When he first took over, didn't that tell you something, right? Didn't that say to you, listen, this might not be the person that we give our vote to? Because you know what? He might put like someone like Marco Rubio in charge. Did you see the video of Marco Rubio the other day? Marco Rubio said, yes, I want to smash every piece of Hamas. He didn't care whether it's children, right? He didn't care whether it's little boys, little girls, men, women. He don't care. Kill them all, because we want that land. And then these people, when I saw Muslims for Trump, I was sickened. But first of all, hold on. The sisters. My sisters, I think, was like 94% of black women voted for Kamala, because they know. They know. And I would say that black women have had the hardest time out of everybody in the USA. They've carried the burden. They've been out there marching for every single cause there possibly is. And all of those people from all of those causes let black women down, apart from my Jewish community. Apart from them, right? The rest of the communities let the black women down. All right, and I'm so sorry, my sisters, because that should have never happened. And I'm going right in now to the Black MAGA, the men. 22% of black men voted for MAGA. Now, I will say to them this: you are the lowest of the low. You are scum. You are the bottom of the pot-bellied pig that drags on the floor. You are heartless. You are disgusting. You are filth. You voted for the same people, right? You voted along with the Ku Klux Klan. What makes you, in 2024, vote along with fucking David Duke? What makes you do that? In 2024, you're voting along with David Duke. What does that for you? What makes you do that? What makes you vote along with the Proud Boys in 2024? What makes you do that? Right? What makes you vote along with people, right, just a few short decades ago would have had you swinging from a tree after lynching you to death, right, and swing you from a tree so your parents could see you and all the people in your local village could see? What makes you vote along with people, right, who would stand there and riot to stop a little black girl from going to school? What makes you vote for a man, right, who would have had you murdered by the state? Because you know what? You was accused of raping a white woman in Central Park. Because those people all look like this. What makes you vote along with MAGA? What makes you, right, look at black women and say, oh, bollocks to you. Right? We're voting along with MAGA. With your ex-oppressors. With the people who would have whipped you with pleasure. They would have cut off your balls with pleasure. They would have put implements on your face, right, for 24 hours to cut into your face. They would have branded you. And that's who you're voting along with? That's who you are? That's who you're voting along with. You're voting along with those people. What is it, right? What is it that has made you vote along with these people? This I don't understand. 22% of black men. And let me tell you something, yeah? We're in the black community. We hate you. We can't stand you, okay? Anybody around me, right, who is a supporter of Donald Trump is not around me. They're never around me. Because you know what? I will never hang out with someone like that. Because you're disgusting. You're filth, right? You are, what's the worst thing I can say to you? You're monkeys. That's what you are. You know when white people call black people monkeys? That's what you are. You are the monkeys. You're the fucking chimps, right? You're the chimps. That's what you are, right? You are disgusting people. You are filth, right? How the hell can you let black women down in those great numbers? 22% of black men voting for Donald Trump. How have you got there? How have you got there? You know, I've got some people who I really love. 50 Cent. Oh my God, love 50 Cent. Don't listen to his music anymore. This man is MAGA. What the hell's wrong with you? You're voting for people who would want to whip you. Kanye West. Again, love Kanye West. Don't listen to his music anymore. And you know, just the other day, I found out one of my actors who I really like, right? Not a black man, but really like. Italian Stallion. Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, Trump. Now, every movie he's in, I'm never going to watch again. I'm never going to watch anybody that I find out is MAGA and you make movies. I'm not watching your movies. I'm not watching movies. I'm not interested in you. I'm not interested in anything that you do ever. Please, if you are MAGA, right, and you're a black entertainer, please keep it to yourself. Please just keep it to yourself because I really don't want to know about your politics. Right? You know, if you're voting for them, I don't want to know about your politics because everything that they represent is the most evil in society. It's the wicked of society, what these people represent. Okay? And that's the reason why I will never, ever entertain anybody. I don't care who you are. A family member, I don't care who you are. If you are MAGA, don't come near me. I don't want you anywhere near me. Okay, because what these people represent, they represent the worst in our society. Okay, and that is why I would never ever want any of those people anywhere near me. And the ones I'm the most upset about is the black men who let down the whole of Africa, because that's what you've done. You let down the whole of Africa, and you've let down 95% of black women, 94% of black women in America. You let them down. So look at your mum and say to your mum, yeah, well, I'll let you down. Because the people who would have raped you before, mum, that's who I'm voting along with. I'm voting with the people who would have raped you, mum. That's who I'm voting with. That's who I'm voting with, mum. My sister, that's who I'm voting with, sister. Look at your sister and say that to your sister. Right? I'm voting along, my sister, with the people who would have raped you. That's who I'm voting with. You know, people who would have whipped you and put you in a little box, right, when you try and run off. That's what I'm voting along with. Right? I hear Sly Stallone talk about fucking George Washington. George Washington, this man owned over 300 slaves. Would have chased them down with dogs. Okay, black men. So that's who you're voting along with. You're voting along with people who would have chased you down with dogs through the forests. That's who you. And let me tell you, right, the reason why I'm so upset with you, because, you know, when I was a kid, the first time I found out about slavery was, you know when that was? When I watched Roots. I was probably 10 years old when I watched Roots. And that's the first time I knew about slavery. I never knew anything about it before that. And from since then, I've been disturbed. And I've never watched any slave movies. Right, the first slave movie I watched was Django Unchained. And obviously, if you've seen that film, you know why I've watched that. Right? Now, and that's who you black men are. That's who you black men are who voted for Donald Trump. You are Stephen. You're Stephen from Django Unchained. That's who you are. You're Stephen from Django Unchained. Okay? That's who you are. So in the end, remember, Jamie Foxx he's going to shoot you dead. Because that's who you are. You're Stephen. Anyway, guys, look, I have to wrap this video up because I've gone like 20 odd minutes now. So I have to wrap this video up. But I wish you all a blessed day. And I hope to see you all again soon. This is my first video back on TikTok for quite a long time. So, my friends, my name is MC John Ribs. And it was really nice to meet you guys. I'll speak to you soon. And please, comments below.